So LEGO Ideas hosted a building contest to have sets based around Yu-Gi-Oh made for the first time ever. There was 264 creations that made it to the review phase, and now we will see which of these 264 creations I think is the most likely to be made. Keep in mind that these are mostly based off of the Battle City and Duelist Kingdom Yu-Gi-Oh arcs from the anime. I'm a huge fan of the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, especially from the original series to about, I guess, Zexal, because I played all the way through until Xseeds. The phase it's in right now is where LEGO is going to narrow it down. So yeah, it's usually about 5 to 10 creations, so we'll see which ones they pick, and if I'm right in my predictions of which ones they'll pick. Keep in mind that these are going to be based off of the Battle City and Duelist Kingdom tournaments from the anime, for the most part, but it seems like there's just some from all around Yu-Gi-Oh timelines. Alright, so 264 creations. I'm going to be honest, and I mean no offense to any of these creators. These creators are better builders than I will ever be. I don't make mocks anymore, so good job to having a project submitted. That takes a lot of effort. But let me just give you what I think of each of these. So this is really cool. I love how they have a Karibo popping out of a card right there. I love how they also have the multiply card with all the different Karibo at the side right there. And the multiply card is recreated with this little card, which is a build of a spell card right there for multiply. I love all that recreation. I do have to say the multiply design right here reminds me a bit of Gengar, which we don't have any rumors of that becoming a LEGO set. Oh, actually we do as a smart play set. Ugh, why smart play? But of course, that's Pokemon. In the rules, they specifically say, no Pokemon. We're asking for Yu-Gi-Oh! Do I think this will be made? I don't know. I feel like it's a bit too niche. Like, multiply as a card isn't something that non-fans will notice right away. Karibo, I think, is popular, but not as popular as, say, Blue Eyes White Dragon, which the build for Blue Eyes White Dragon looks pretty cool here. I like how they did the head especially. There's 264 projects. So I can't go through each of the pages or else this would be a 10-hour long video. But yeah, I will click on some of these pages. Like, I love how they built Kaiba right here. That's awesome. Awesome idea for the dual disc, which is like a 1x4 tile with printing. They couldn't use any new hair pieces in here, so like this is kind of a stand-in, but of course Kaiba's going to need more detailed hair. So yeah, I love the Kaiba minifigure. Love the Blue Eyes build. But yeah, I got to see how the other Blue Eyes builds are, because I'm sure we're going to get a lot of Blue Eyes builds. This one right here almost looks like, to me, I'm sorry, it looks like the Last Supper painting. I don't know why I got that idea. But this is Thousand Eyes Restrict, right? I'm not mistaken there. Yep, Thousand Eyes Restrict. That was one of my favorite cards growing up. I think I got that for my birthday from my mom. It might have been the original Pharaoh Servant version, right? It was from Pharaoh Servant, not Labyrinth of Nightmare. And then you got a build of Dark Magician right there, right? That's... oh no, sorry, Magician of Black Cat. I was like, wait, is that Dark Magician? That's cool. That was a card that we got way later on in the American version of the card game. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like these two are, once again, not super iconic monsters, so I don't think this one would be made, but I love the whole build they have for both of these, especially Thousand Eyes Restrict. That's so cool. You know, if this becomes like a popular line, I would love to see a monster like Thousand Eyes Restrict get a set, but right now, as it stands, I don't think it's that likely. XYZ Dragon Cannon, I absolutely love this card as well. Magician's Force, I think it was first in. And the build here is actually pretty darn cool for that. It looks huge. I don't imagine it as being this huge, but it's probably accurate to the anime. I'm just used to seeing it on the card. And then you got another Kaiba right there. Once again, though, I have the same complaint with the last one, which would be I don't think this is recognizable enough. I mean, it's not a complaint, but the same reasoning that I don't think this will be selected as a project. You got Blue Eyes right there, Red Eyes, and Dark Magician. I almost feel the builds of these are a bit too simple, but I love the scale they did for it. I just don't know if they'll select it because of that. Right here, is this like Pegasus's house, right? Pegasi's house? No, it is going to be Pegasus's. Yeah, I think it's his whole house or whatever. I don't think that's a very iconic location, so I don't think that's going to be made. You got a little dragon right there. Is that can't be Baby Dragon. Oh, Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. Okay, that's kind of a cute build for Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. Oh gosh, I didn't mean to click that. The Millennium Puzzle in Karibo. Really cool build for the Millennium Puzzle. Like, if the theme takes off, I could see them making something like that. Love how they did the chains there. Karibo build's pretty cute too. But yeah, I think what I think they're going to make is like we'll see in a little bit. The God cards I think are likely in Dark Magician, Dark Magician Girl, and Blue Eyes, maybe Red Eyes. Valkyrion, the Magna Warrior, I don't think will be made, but interesting choice for a monster there. And yeah, here you go, the Egyptian gods. This actually looks pretty cool, and this is like it could be like up to like maybe $100, $150. And I can see them doing this specific set because it is like a diorama of each of them. You have 3 characters with Yugi, or specifically Yami Yugi, Kaiba, and Merrick. And then the build for each of those is creative and simple enough that it's like this distinct scale, but it also doesn't call for being a ridiculously sized set. So I think that's the best way you could probably include those 3 God cards there. So yeah, I would say this one is one of the more likely ones so far, and they did a great job there. The Blimp Showdown, I don't think this will be made because like the Blimp itself is like, again, I think they're going to do, okay, what's the most iconic Yu-Gi-Oh thing we could do? And I don't think of the old anime, I don't think of like this Blimp right here, but this build for Slifer, I think I like even more than that last God card build. That looks really cool and accurate. And for the minifigures, where are they? I just saw them a second ago. Let's see if I could do all these. Kaiba, Yami Yugi, Bakura, right? Joey, his name starts with an M. I forgot. But yeah, is that supposed to be Dark Magician Girl? And is that freaking, what is it called? Necrofear? Dark Necrofear, right? Let me see. Did I get these right? Yep, Dark Necrofear I got right. Dark Magician Girl I got right. Where's the characters? Yeah, Yami Bakura. Okay. I know my stuff. I totally know my stuff. Mind Control. I love the build for Slifer here as well. That's really cute. And the rest, though, again, I feel like this whole build right here and what they have going on here just isn't going to pop out. But I love how they have the little prints of these cards right here. Shout out to like Magic Cylinder and Brain Control, which I still use as a staple like all the old Yu-Gi-Oh games. But yeah, 2 niche, and then ooh, these are pretty God cards, but now like a larger scale of them. Oh my gosh, this would be so cool to display. I love the build for Yami Yugi. Look at that, that's so cool. But I feel like LEGO would want to actually just put a minifigure there. And that's not to say that it's impossible that they would make this and then replace off a minifigure. I think they would actually do that. But yeah, because like that would still be in scale for these God cards. Those look so beautiful. So yeah, I feel like this one has a chance to be made. It would have to be the same thing with the other one, where if they make 2 sets, I feel like this could be one of the sets. Because I do feel like they want to do like Dark Magician and Blue Eyes, which I'm amazed. I'm not seeing too many sets with Dark Magician and Blue Eyes in them. We have Exodia, the Forbidden One. Pretty cool build for Exodia. The first one that we've gotten so far out of all these. Love the roundness and like the shoulders right there. Like that came out really cool. But yeah, again, that would be like a second set type scenario. Cypher versus Obelisk. Nice builds, but I think I like the other ones better. Oh my gosh, this is freaking awesome. They would never make this though. I love the Toon cards, and to have Toon Summon Skull right there just like popping out of the Toon World book, this freaking rules. But yeah, they would never make this. This is very unlikely, but one of my favorite builds of this contest so far. Winged Dragon of Ra, we got Slifer, we got more of the God cards. Cool builds for these, but I don't think they'll be made. I just feel like we've seen better versions of those. No offense to these creators. Oh, you got Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. First time we're seeing Blue Eyes Ultimate. I feel like they could get away with that instead of like regular Blue Eyes. Though people might complain. They might be like, where's regular Blue Eyes? But yeah, this has a lot going for it, because it's like we got Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. We got Exodia. We got Dark Magician. I see something cooking here. And it looks like you could easily get to Blue Eyes by removing the heads right there. It actually doesn't look that bad, like with that removed. The only thing is like you see that right there, but this is like what I think LEGO wants. Maybe I'm projecting here or something like that, but like it hits all the iconic things. You know, you got, okay, Dark Magician, you got Blue Eyes, you got Exodia. You even got some of the cards represented right there, which I'm wondering how they're doing that. Is that just like a large tile piece with like the cards there? And then you got the characters, which I don't think Yami Yugi would have long legs like we see here. Where is it? there you go. That looks a little bit off. Same with Kaiba. I think if anybody, like Dark Magician would, but I feel like they would just do regular legs for all of these. But that's not something that would hold it back. Like, yeah, they kind of cooked with this one in terms of like what Lego is looking for. But yeah, I think these are also good builds. Like, I really like the Blue Eyes Ultimate build, and I think the Exodia is pretty cool too. I think I was spoiled with the other Exodia, but this still looks really cool. So yeah, this one, honestly, out of everything so far, the most likely to be made, if I had to guess. Joey versus Yugi. Is that Red Eyes, right? Is that Red Eyes? Okay. Sorry, Black Skull Dragon. I was like, that looked a little bit off for Red Eyes. I do love Black Skull Dragon. A Cursive Dragon, Time Wizard. Even, what is this one? It's like, it's been so long. Gorosis. I can't even say that, but yeah, that's that that one right there. Baby Dragon is like the Ryu piece. What is it called? The one that fuses with Gaia the Dragon Knight, right? That's Gaia the Dragon Knight right there, right? Is it Gaia the Dragon? Yeah, Gaia the Fierce Knight. Sorry, Gaia the Dragon Knight is the fusion between these two. Magical hats. I do love all these little recreations of these like iconic duel monsters. Oh my gosh, that is freaking awesome. I love this right here. This is one of my favorites so far. But yeah, I don't think this would be made though, because like no Blue Eyes in here. Like Black Skull Dragon's not that iconic, which I love. I love the design of that so much. But yeah, or I might have made a mistake, because this is Gaia the Dragon Knight, and then this is Gaia the Dragon Knight. This is, oh my gosh, it's been so long. Let me see. When it's like staples, I'm more familiar in my mind because like I play Yu-Gi-Oh 2006 through like 2011 like regularly. I just rotate out of those. But yeah, Flame Swordsman is, oh no, yeah, this is Gaia the Fierce Knight. This is Flame Swordsman. Okay, there you go. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I love this. Don't think it will be made, but that, if I had to choose one, I would choose that, because I want to see all these dual monsters made, and they did a good job. Like, you know, Black Skull Dragon looks great there. Slifer, really nice. It's probably the best Slifer build so far, but it's just Slifer. I don't know if that's going to go far, but oh my gosh, they did a great job here. Look how spiky it is. We'll see. I mean, maybe something like the last one could make it to the voting round, and then if people pull together and vote, you know, I'll do another video. When the voting round comes up, I'm doing another video. But I love Yu-Gi-Oh so much, I want to go over each of these. Ooh, yeah, this is what they're looking for right here. Probably my favorite Exodia so far. That looks exactly like Exodia. Even the Blue Eyes looks great. The only one I have a little bit of a problem with is Dark Magician. It's just because like the face right there looks so awkward. Great job with the rest of the body and everything there. I even love how they have like that ring part at the back. Just like the face is like literally just like, let's see if we get a close up of that. That's just funny to me. Like they just like printed on a face. That's hilarious. But other than that, like even the best Blue Eyes so far. Like that's the best Blue Eyes build. That looks fantastic. Ooh, I love the little Monster Reborn Swords of Revealing Light staples. Well, at least I guess maybe Monster Reborn still is. I don't even know what the current meta is like. But, oh my gosh, like they cooked with Exodia. Like Exodia looks freaking fantastic, and even like the little Yugi and Kaiba looks great. Which is interesting to see like Yami Yugi. Well, no, I guess that is just regular Yugi Moto. Right? I think yeah. That's because I'm like, it's not just Yami Yugi who wears like the black shirt. It wouldn't even make sense. But yeah, and then Kaiba looks great as well. So. Yeah, this is one that I think is very likely to be made. Though I did think they would do like Dark Magician as a minifigure, but no, yeah, I could see that one being made. So that's like that, and what was it? That other, yeah, these two, top and bottom right there, most likely to be made so far. Oh my gosh, this is like such a perfect like Time Wizard build. Somebody cooked with this. I love how it's popping out of the Millennium Puzzle. Great Time Wizard build. But yeah, it just being Time Wizard, I think, is going to hold it back a bit. Coliseum Clash won't be made because, you know, it's... I mean, I don't even see any dual monsters on there. Did they do a dual monster? Yeah, there's no dual monster. I don't think that one has any likelihood. You got Winged Dragon Raw right there. Cool build. Not my favorite so far. That Dark Magician has, like, a Lego art painting. I don't know. I think they're looking for something more, like, three-dimensional and things like that. Enemy Controller, I do love Enemy Controller. That's a great card, great little staple. But yeah, I think Enemy Controller in like a blocky Kaiba build, which looks cool in that style, but I don't think that will be made. Giant Soldier of Stone, classic card, but I don't think that will be made. The Egyptian Gods. Oh, I love how they used the Lego Chima Eagle piece right there for Winged Dragon of Ra. Let's see. Where? Oh, I guess there's no zoom up, but that's hilarious to me. That's really clever. Don't think that will be made. I like some other ones. Oh, this one they went a little hard on that Yugi right there, which is, I'm pretty sure, like printing on like a Lego Exoforce hairpiece. Good build for Slifer. Like, that looks cool. I like how they did the bottom mouth design. I feel like that is a little bit more accurate than other Slifers we've seen. And yeah, great build for Obelisk as well. Those two are really good. But I don't know. I feel like there's some that cover more ground than this. But yeah, I mean, this one I think has a high chance. Probably maybe the third most likely so far. Like, it covers a lot of ground here. Even if, like I said, maybe they would have to throw in like Raw at that point. And, you know, Lego has thrown in stuff to ideas projects. They've removed stuff. Battle City, I don't think this will be made. It's just too much focus on like a landscape right there. Lots of Slifers. I'm kind of amazed how much Slifers we got. I love this one on the tower right there. That's cool. But yeah, I feel like some of the other Slifer builds I like more. Oh, is this like two blue eyes? Oh, it's not loading. Oh no, did my internet go out or something? Come on. Come to mama. Why is it not loading? Okay, there you go. So yeah, we got 2, or is it 3 blue eyes? Yeah, they're about to fuse. They're about to fuse. But I feel like 3 builds of blue eyes is not going to go far. Like, you know, just do Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon at that point. But I do like the build for Exodia here. Is actually really cool. Yeah, that looks great, honestly. And I like how they have the card set up right here. I love how they did Dark Magician Girl, which I think this does go against the rule of like no new hair pieces or whatever, but it still looks great. Yeah, don't think that will be made, but good effort. Ooh, I love this might be my favorite Slifer so far. I think they got the proportions right. Maybe not my favorite Obelisk, but Obelisk still looks good. But whew, look at that. That looks so good. Oh my gosh, they did a great job there. Look at that. Yeah, that looks awesome. Oh, I love the use of like this piece right here. Is that like a? That's not like a bantha horn or something, right? That's a crazy piece to use there. And then Obelisk looks good. I feel like the face is almost a bit too long, but you cooked with the rest of the body. Like, that looks amazing. Yeah, even then, that looks good too. Oh, yeah, this is great. This is one of my favorites so far, honestly. I just wish it covered more ground, but yeah. A little dual disc. So here's some like creative stuff. Like, I feel like this is the stuff Lego also wants. It's like, okay, let's take this concept and kind of make something that represents a lot of things in a creative manner. And we got like a dual disc setup right here of all these different dual monsters. And you even have like a little battle going on here. Dark Magician and Blue Eyes. I feel like this one has a higher likelihood than like most of the ones that we've seen so far. Maybe not the ones, or definitely not the ones I'm like, oh yeah, this will definitely like get chosen and things like that. But I think it's high up there. Lots of different ground here. It's like a display set that's creative where it's like, oh, here's a giant dual disc of all these different things. Like, I could see this one working for sure. I could see Lego liking that one. Beautiful Slifer build, but yeah, I feel like it needs a little bit more than just Slifer. Winged Dragon of Ra, love seeing that. Don't think it's likely though. It's just like a Winged Dragon of Ra kind of like top part right there. A big Karibo diorama. Okay, that's just kind of cute. Like, it opens up. That's cute, but yeah, I feel like that's a bit too niche. Oh, that's cool. Like, we got what is it? Yeah, I did search up Kaiba's little brother's name because I totally forgot what their name was. And I'm probably going to cut the clip where I'm like struggling for 5 minutes, like, who is this character? The design right here, interesting simplistic design for like the face and everything of Dark Magician, but I think it works stylistically. Love the Blue Eyes build. Like, they do the head really well there. I like how it's like popping out of a card too. That's pretty creative. I think it's just like it's on the higher end of the likelihood, but I think it's like missing the mark of like, oh yeah, this will be one of the 5 it will make. Just like missing it by a hair. Okay, Toon World. So we got another Toon Summon Skull, right? Is it Toon Summon Skull? Yeah, Toon Summon Skull. Why did I doubt myself? I like the other one better, but good effort, good effort. Ancient Blue Eyes White Dragon. I don't know if that would be made. Kaiba Corp Finals 2. I mean, I like the idea. Look at how simple they went. That's cool, but yeah, I think they're probably looking for more detailed versions. I also love, that's a good idea for like the Millennium Puzzle right there, like having a neck piece and then like a pizza slice piece, as I call it. That's actually really creative, and I haven't seen that with like any of the other builds. Exodia the Forbidden One, that is actually a beautiful Exodia. Ooh, okay, yeah, this might be my new favorite Exodia. I think this they really got the roundness here right, and maybe the face is a little bit too flat there, but other than that, I love that. I do love, look at that, the cupcake piece right there. Oh my gosh, they did kind of cook on this one. That's cool. But that just being Exodia, I think will hold it back. Ooh, XYZ Dragon Cannon. I think I like this one better than the last one. This one looks beautiful, and I like how you could separate each of them. You know, it is a fusion of those three. Or, yeah, it's a fusion. What am I saying? Shout out to Union Monsters. This one was always my favorite. I don't know why. Is that... yeah, it's Y Dragon Head. I guess that's supposed to be the X. This one's supposed to be a Z, right? Or maybe that's... Yeah, because it's Z Metal Tank. So, yeah. I don't know. I always like that one. Dang, I want this one so bad. Oh, fudge. Lego, just give us, like, 5 Yu-Gi-Oh sets and make one of them XYZ Dragon Cannon. Like, I specifically really want that. Like, I didn't know how much I wanted XYZ Dragon Cannon Lego build until I saw these. Like, oh my gosh. Ooh, this one kind of goes hard. Not my favorite Blue Eyes build, but I like the scale they have going on here. And I like the scene they have going on. I like the Dark Magician right there. Okay. I don't love the face there, but, you know, interesting aspect. But dang, I really like the ring right here. This one is on the higher end. I don't think it would hit those, let's say, 5 that they would choose. But yeah, Duelist Kingdom goes to the past. Don't know about that one. This one I feel cool idea of like the in-show cards, but I feel like it's too simple. And they're probably looking for like a 3D Blue Eyes. I won't even say simple because I like, you know, that's very intricate. But you know, it's like they're probably looking for a 3D Blue Eyes from what I think. Even though the head's popping out, but it's like a 3D picture. Ooh, okay, this is a beautiful... Lots of Slifer. It seems like Slifer might be one of the most popular monsters, because, oh my gosh, we're getting a lot of them. This, oh my god, I keep seeing a Slifer, I'm like, this is my favorite Slifer. This is my favorite Slifer. I don't know. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But it's just Slifer. I think this one's a bit too simple. Again, I've said stuff about Karibo. Don't think that will be it. Don't think that will be it. Another great Exodia, but I feel like I like some of the other ones more. This one, is that supposed to be Dark Paladin? Let's see. Dark Magician. The colors, love the style. I especially like the look of Blue Eyes here. Actually, is like it's a very stylized Blue Eyes, but I actually love how that looks. And I like the perspective shot here, but I don't know. I feel like the coloring on Dark Magician is a little bit off, but I do love the style they have going on. I love how they do the eyes and everything there. Love the build. So yeah, great job. I don't think that won't be made though. Here you go, just iconic monsters, which, oh, that's another great Exodia. And you know, simplistic face, stylized, but great shaping for Dark Magician and very intricate Blue Eyes. Definitely a higher end, but I feel like we've seen a little bit more, you know, intricate and accurate versions of those characters in some previous ones. Dual Monsters Busto. I don't know, I feel like that is a bit too niche of a concept. And also, like, just having a bunch of busts. I don't know. Yeah. I like how they have all the different Egyptian, like, items there. Love that. But, again, it being this whole... You know, this is for, what, Duelist Kingdom, right? It being this whole design. Look, multiply specifically. That's so cool. You know, this is an iconic moment. But, yeah, I don't think that would be made. Because it's, like, not as focused. Well, I mean, it is focused on the monsters. But it's a huge focus on the building part and... Yeah, a lot of Karibo there. I don't know. Love the build, though. This is also a lot of fun with the Blue Eyes right here and Dark Magician, but I feel like, again, too much focus on maybe this playset right here, but you do get a lot of different characters here, which I like. Even, like, Yugi's grandpa. That's kind of awesome. Let's see. Do they have a minifigure shot? Oh, yeah, that's awesome. That's even, like, Tristan, you know? I haven't seen Tristan in any other sets. Great Pegasus minifigure as well. Let's see. So... This row, not likely. This is like the least likely out of those 3. Don't think that one's likely. Too much of a focus on like a building, you know. Lots of Karibo love though. Maybe I just like want to see a Karibo with like another monster or 2, you know. Like they need to throw that into like a set because I do think like yeah, probably in the top 10 like most iconic monsters, but maybe like 6 to 10 category, not like the top 5, you know. Cool little face off. Once again, a lot of people want to do that, you know, the multiply scene right there, which is cute. I love how they build Karibo in here too. That's so cute. Look at that, the little leaf piece as the arms. That actually works really well. That's so cute. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they would do one with Dark Magician and stuff. But maybe I'm seeing how many people are choosing that specific scene. You can see it right here again. Maybe I'm wrong. Because again, I have these memories of the anime, but it's been years since I've rewatched the anime. So maybe I'm wrong. That's like something that really connected with people, that specific scene. Cypher, great Cypher build. I like some of the other ones better. This one to playset focus, but you know, great builds there. All right, it goes without saying, like I said, I'm going to stop saying great builds for all these because, you know, you have so much courage to submit these, and I love how these came out, okay? So, I mean, no offense by putting my judgment on any of these, okay? Oh, I love this, though. This looks great with, like, you have the, dang it, I forgot to turn off Steam pop-ups. You have the Millennium Puzzle right there. You have a... I forget what that one's called, the Millennium Eye. And then you have like the castle there. That's so cool in the cards. I do love that, but I feel like they're looking for something with the monsters. Oh my gosh, I do love Dark Magician Girl, or heck, the Japanese name Black Magician Girl. That's like an old-timer favorite card. I feel like, I don't know if they would do it. Top 5 most iconic cards, probably number 5, but I don't know. I haven't seen any submissions where I'm like, yeah, they're going to definitely do Dark Magician Girl, but that would sell like crazy. I feel like that would sell like crazy. I love the, you know, little spell circle right there, but also I don't know if they like the implications with the star right there. It might get confusing and people might misinterpret that. This is so cute. This is so cute. Such a cute build. But yeah, I don't think they would make this. Oh my gosh, I love the build on the back there and everything. Don't think that one's likely, but dang, if you make a Lego Yu-Gi-Oh set, or, you know, we will. Once the Lego Yu-Gi-Oh set is made, please throw in Dark Magician Girl. Thank you. Oh, I love this. Look at that. The Ancient Duel tablet. Look at that. That is beautiful. Like, how do they even do... Like, this looks engraved. Like, that's crazy. That is so beautiful. I guess that's like a print or something. That's so cool. I love this shit. Like, that's an interesting blue eyes right there. Wow, I love this so much. This came out really cool. But I don't think it'll be made. I think it's too niche an idea for that. And then like the dual monsters themselves, maybe too simple builds. But then again, you know, you got a Dark Magician minifigure. Oof. Oh wow, this is just like they went hard on this one. That looks beautiful. Look at that. It's like almost like Iron Man scale, like the recent Iron Man, maybe a little smaller. Yeah, I mean, I was fooled at first. It is a lot smaller, actually. You can see the arms and everything there. But I love the angles and everything there. That's a great job. Don't know if that will be made just like with one. This, you see, covers Dark Magician and Blue Eyes. This is a kind of a likely one. Because, yeah, we do got a build for like a setup of like a play set setup. But I feel like it's enough of like a backdrop for these two monsters without focusing too much on that. And you even got like Karibo covered in there. This one, honestly, top 5 likely most so far. I could see this being made. The builds are like simple but effective for both of these. I mean, not simple, but they're not the most elaborate builds for both of these. But yeah, they did a great job. This could be like a solid like $150 set. I love how this came out. This is great. The old pharaohs. That's so cool. Love how that came out. That's great stuff. Okay, beautiful blue eyes right there. Love blue eyes. Dark Magician looks great too. I don't know. I mean, that's definitely in the top half. I feel like I've seen, I feel like this one is a little bit more of a selling point for the playset backdrop there than this one, but still looks good. This one's pretty cute. Don't know if it's super likely with like, I don't know. Red Eyes, right? That is Red Eyes, which I'm like, oh yeah, Red Eyes Black Dragon. Yeah, okay, I was making sure, because I don't remember the specific scene of Yugi using Red Eyes, but again, it's been so long since I've seen it. Yeah, I mean, cool build. I feel like there's just a little bit more interesting ones than that. I like the other Time Wizard more than this one. Battle City. You know, you cover a lot of ground here, but I feel like there's some with a little bit better builds and more focus. But this has like a really awesome dual disc so far, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, not sure if any of these are like in the higher likelihoods. Tablet of Memories, don't think that'll be made. That's like way too niche of an idea from here. Not something super recognizable. I feel like they would want a full Winged Dragon of Ra. But I do love the Dark Magician girl in there. Dang it. There's so many projects. I shouldn't be clicking on these. That looks so cute. I love that. But yeah, I don't think that one will be made. Ooh, I like how this has some movement in it. You can see right there. That's pretty cool. But I feel like there's some better ones of that concept. Like the Dark Magician and Yugi setup right there, but I feel like there's some stronger ones of that concept. Okay, to be fair, I don't remember one with Yugi and Dark Magician right there next to each other, but yeah, still cool builds. Blue Eyes, pretty simple, cool build with the little tablet at the back. This has a lot of monsters covered. I like Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. You got Baby Dragon right there. That's cool. Just a lot of different monsters from different characters. But yeah, I feel like they're maybe looking for something more coherent. And I'm not saying, oh, this is incoherent, but like, you know, something that's like, oh, here's a scene from the show, or like, here's just like one or two monsters. There's like a bunch of stuff. But yeah, great builds for all those. Mystical Elf, classic card, but yeah, I think that's like not one of the most popular cards. Yeah, I feel like these builds are too simple. Great Blue Eyes though, but like we don't really need all that. Really cool Blue Eyes, and I like how you could add on once again the heads right there to make it Blue Eyes Ultimate. I don't know, I feel like there's better versions of this concept. I like the Blue Eyes White Dragon like wall coming out art right there with like, well, actually that's so cute. It's a card that's really brick built, but I like what they were trying to do there. I actually do like the Blue Eyes build here. I'm not really getting, like, when I look at it, I didn't think Blue Eyes, but like, I love what they did here. Okay, I honestly love what they did here. But so far, I'll let you know when I think one's likely. That's cool. Don't think it's likely. It's just like too much of a playset build. And is that supposed to be Winged Dragon of Ra? Yeah, that's supposed to be Winged Dragon of Ra. Didn't really get that vibe right away. No offense, of course. I don't want to be mean with these. Maybe I won't put out this video because I feel like I'm too mean right now. Blue Eyes, love seeing that. Don't think that specific one will be made. Exodia, you know, great build for Exodia. I feel like I've seen better though. And this great build for Slifer, feel like I've seen better. Great build for Blue Eyes, feel like I've seen better. Blue Eyes and Dark Magician both look great, but I feel like there's more elaborate ones that LEGO would go with. Blue Eyes looks great, but I feel like I've seen better ones in here. Yeah, these Red Eyes and Blue Eyes look great. Feel like I've seen better. Cool Dark Magician minifigure. Dark Magician and Blue Eyes. I also love Time Wizard right there. Feel like I've seen better ones of this idea. Lots of focus on the playset build. Another one of the blimp. I already explained why I don't think the last one would work. This is cute right here, but, you know, feel like I've seen better from the same review. I feel so bad saying this. I mean, no offense. Again, like, I am a terrible LEGO builder myself. I want to stop apologizing, but I mean it, okay? Love the brick builds of, like, Kaiba and Yugi there. Weird proportions with, like, you know, Slifer and Obelisk. Ooh, I like how they built... Let me see this one. I like how they built the pieces of Exodia cards. That is cute right there. That is really cute. Strong Exodia build too. Yeah, that's like one of the more clever interpretations of these cards with like while being accurate. Like I love what they did here. Okay. Let's see. Exodia wins the game. Love the attempt there. Feel like I've seen better this submission. Okay, I'm just going to go over each of these and just tell you once again when I see one that's likely. Cute. Love the puzzle build. Great head on Blue Eyes. Nice mesh of different monsters and iconography from here. Like seeing Thousand Eyes Restrict. I think I like that Thousand Eyes Restrict better than the last one. Blockman is a Yu-Gi-Oh card that is literally calling for LEGO, but like Wasn't this like a GX card, or am I totally mistaken? Oh no, he appears in episode 224. Never mind, I'm wrong. But yeah, not as iconic a card, but it makes perfect sense for LEGO, right? I feel like if this got a full line, we would have to get a block mana out of obligation, because it was like the LEGO ripoff. Seriously. Yeah, cute. I like the little kind of chibi style for Blue Eyes. Ooh, that's a really nice, like, scaled Blue Eyes. Like, that would not be too expensive. Interesting how they did, like, the engraving right here. I guess that's a print. That has to be a print, right? That's kind of cool. And then you got Kaiba. Another great Toon World setup with Toon Summon Skull. I like the buildable Kaiba and Yugi. A bunch of different monsters right here. Cool build, especially for Exodia. I like how they did these brick builds for the cards right there. That's cute. I actually really like the build for this like little walkway right here where the duel's happening. Toon World. Oh, this is a really cool cartoony Toon World. Like, this is probably my second favorite of the Toon World ones. Like, they got the cartoony style done better than that one I loved before, but like I feel like I like the build of that one a little bit more still. But yeah, this was really good at capturing the cartoony style. Wow, they have the book there too. That's great. Like the you know, printing on the book and everything. That came out awesome. Yeah, this one actually did a fantastic job. This is low-key one of my favorites so far. I actually do kind of love this. They cooked on this one. Would it be made? I don't think so, but dang it. If that gets to, like, voting period, I'm going to have a whole campaign where it's like, you got to vote for this. Aw, Brick Bob Stud Pants. This is a friend of mine. I did not know you submitted one. I love this. Oh my gosh, this looks great. I don't think it would be made because, you know, they want, like, a Dark Magician. They want, like, a Blue Eyes, but dang, you cooked on Kaiba. I think that might be, I mean, Kaiba, what am I saying? Ugh, Pegasus. I'm going to probably use that Pegasus for the thumbnail. That's my favorite Pegasus so far. Obelisk the Tormentor came out pretty great. But yeah, not my favorite of Obelisks. Cool setup right there. I like the Yugi figure right here. That actually is a really cool Yugi. You know, not a bad Blue Eyes and Exodia either. That looks cool. Brickheads, which I don't think they're going to choose any brickheads from here. There's so many brickheads that reach LEGO Ideas reviews and they've never accepted one. But yeah, I love the brickhead interpretations of like Dark Magician Girl and Dark Magician. Those look great. Dark Necrofear's Sanctuary. We got some Dark Necrofear representation so far. Interesting pick. I was like, wait, what's going on here? Okay, not to be mean, I was a little bit confused. But I love how this came out. This is my favorite so far. This is great. This is my favorite so far, and I hope they pick this. That's awesome. Ooh, Jinzo. I love. Oh, please, they need to do. Okay, LEGO Yugioh takes off. Bust series. You have Seto Kaiba and Blue Eyes White Dragon. You have Jinzo. Oh my gosh, that was. Oh, I want that Jinzo. I gotta really want that Jinzo bust to display. I guess it's not really a helmet display. It's just like a Jinzo head. Jinzo's such a fun card. I literally was dueling my brother today in, I think it's called Duelist Legacy Link Evolution, right? We always do the battle pack drafts, and Jinzo was so good. I just like, haha, you can't chain with any trap cards. Okay, Battle City Yugi vs Kaiba. You know, cool. Builds right there. Love to see some Pot of Greed representation. That might be the Pot of Greed for the thumbnail. We'll see. Ooh, oh my gosh, is that Slot Machine? That's like our first Slot Machine. Yeah, that's cool. I like how they did Slot Machine. It's a more obscure one. Cypher vs Obelisk. Those are cute. Yu-Gi-Oh logo. That's really cute. Yeah, I guess that's our first Yu-Gi-Oh logo out of everything. You know, like we got it printed on some tiles, but like a buildable one. Oh, I wish this would just pop off as a full theme. You know, Dark Magician and Blue Eyes look cool there, and I like the Millennium Puzzle. Battle City Booster Pack, like that going on there. Very simple builds for Obelisk and Cypher, but cute. Ooh, that's a really cool Cypher. I like how that looks. Is that like King's Knight, Jack's Knight, and I forgot what they're called, but I haven't seen those at all. Yeah, Queen's Knight, King's Knight, Jack Knight. Duh, why did I say Queen Knight? That's like the first one we've seen of those, right? Those are awesome. I like seeing those in Lego minifigure form. Oh, okay. Bakura's Dark Sanctuary. I like that. That's a like genuinely like creepy design that they captured well. That's awesome. I like that a lot. Don't think it would be made, but that's really cool. Yugimoto versus Kaiba. Cool build right there. Catapult Turtle. Oh my gosh. Versus Harpy Lady. Yeah, we haven't seen Catapult Turtle or Harpy Lady. Glad that they made those. I was going to read Yu-Gi-Oh! Heated Rivalry. I'm like, that conjures something else. That's a different... Just like Kaiba and Yuki. Anyways, this is a lot of fun. Like how this came out. Nice Blue Eyes build and Kaiba. Ooh, that's cool. Like, I kind of like that setup right there. This kind of lit. What the heck? I like the rings they have going on there. Interesting use of that piece. Oh my gosh. I love Dark Magician Girl here. That's beautiful. Oh, we got Joey Wheeler. That's cool. I like the little brick-built Joey. Duelist Kingdom Finalist. That's cool. Yu-Gi-Oh! Pieces of Memory. That's cool. Dark Magicians. That's cool. Love how they're popping out of the card. Love the Exodia piece cards. Duel of the Gods. Pretty strong Cypher and Albus build for that scale. That's cool. Pot of Greed. Heck yeah. Unironically, like, Pot of Greed is like a beam card now. So, like, surprisingly, this has, like, some weight in being made. Like, I feel like if they did have, like, multiple sets, this would be made. Interesting how they just kind of, like, have the printing for the eyes right there. But I do like the shaping here. That might be a thumbnail. Cypher is cool. Catapult Turtle. Ooh, another Catapult Turtle. And, what? Castle of Dark Illusion, right? Is that the one that has, like, 1860 defense or something like that? Let's see. That's cool. Ooh, nice Blue Eyes build. Nice Red Eyes build. And Joey Wheeler. Joey was my favorite growing up. Merit vs. Joey battle. That's cool. Dark Magician Girl. My goat. That's so cute. Love that. And you got a little Karibo. Tablet of Lost Memories. That's just like a cool scale for all those, like the God cards. And you got Dark Magician and Blue Eyes. I feel like that one's on the higher likelihood. Ooh, you got more Toon. Toon Blue Eyes and Toon Summon Skull and Dark Magician. That's cool. Okay. This one, like, honestly, I could see this one being made. Let's see. That's, yeah, honestly, low-key, that's a great Exodia build. What the heck? That looks fantastic. Huh. They did a great job there. Wow. And then, yeah, I love how they recreated, like, the pieces of Exodia cards. That's really fun. Though, like, this is the only one that I don't know if it works, because, like, it looks like the torso more than the head, but, you know, final design will tweak things up a bit. Yeah, this came out. That might honestly be my favorite Exodia so far. Like, that I love the texture on there. Like, they have a great sense of texture with this specific one. And that might be thumbnail Exodia. I should probably say the ones for the thumbnail, but I'm probably screwed. Cute. Like how they're popping out in 3D. We got some more brickheads. Already told you I don't think brickheads will be made. Okay, so yeah, wait. With this one, I think top 15 of likelihood. I don't know if it will reach that top 5 of it being selected or whatever. Again, if maybe they will do 10 or something. I feel like it needs more dual monsters, but I feel like Lego's gonna also like the build for Exodia there. Maybe I'm just projecting though. Cute little match recreation there. Dark Magician, always nice to see. Blue Eyes popping out of the card there. That's a clean Yugi vs Kaiba with Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. The Dark Magician's face, like, it's always kind of complicated. That's why I get why people do the simple one with, like, no printing, because you end up with, like, this to, like, represent the character, which is no fault to, like, the mock builder, but yeah. So I get the choices to make it, like, a simple, unprinted, like, Nexo Shield from some of these. Cool build for those two. Oh, Celtic Guardian. That's actually really cool. Yeah, I haven't seen any Celtic Guardians so far. Maybe there was one as a minifigure that I missed. Cool setup right here. Like seeing this blue eyes. Another pot of greed. I actually think I like the eyes on this one a little bit better. Because it's just like a simple print, kind of. A simpler print. I think I like the build on the other one better for everything else. Still looks really cool, though. I feel like we will get like a pot of greed. If it's like a vote of like 10, we will. If it's a vote of 5, maybe not. Showdown of the Egyptian Gods is pretty cool. Those are actually pretty strong. Like that's a good raw. I don't know if I love the raw, but it's good. It's good. I haven't seen a lot of great raws so far. This one right here is, yeah, that's Thousand Eyes Restrict, right? Let me see. Yeah. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, cool setup there. This is cute. I like the Exodia there. That's a cute Karibo. That came out really good. It's one of my favorite Karibos so far. Like the Millennium Puzzle, but I feel like the maybe more monsters and maybe more detailed monsters. Cool little card recreation. I like how they did lettering here because that's a little bit better than some of the previous lettering I saw. I like how they did the stars. That's cool. Another Yu-Gi-Oh logo recreation. Gate Guardian. I loved Gate Guardian as a kid. That was like one of my favorite cards. I do love Gate Guardian. So that's a cool choice. Cool character display. Oh, that's not bad. Blue Eyes Ultimate. That's actually a really nice Blue Eyes Ultimate for like that scale. I actually kind of like that. And then, a lot of people thought of it of like, okay, yeah, we could have that. You could remove the head to make it just a regular Blue Eyes. This is not a bad die. I feel like this is in the upper half of like what could be selected in the narrowed down period. That's a cool Summon Skull. That's a cute Dark Magician Girl. Toon World. Cool to see Toon World so much. Karibo. Adorable. Like the dual disc idea. Feel like some of the earlier ones were a little bit cleaner though. Pot of Greed. Draw 2 cards. I actually do like that brick built Pot of Greed. That's cute. The eyes being like red bananas. That's cute as heck. And now we have like literal hands coming out of the Pot of Greed. And yeah, I like how there's like an actual Pot of Greed. That's cute. That's a fun Pot of Greed build. Honestly, top half of what could be narrowed down. But I don't think it's like in the top 30 even, but cool stuff. Nice Millennium Puzzle build, especially there. You got this build once again. Nice Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon though. Yeah, that's a strong Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Cool Exodia build. I actually like the Blue Eyes build as well. Maybe too much focus on display part right here, but this is kind of a cool thing to recreate. Attack from the Deep. We haven't seen too much of this specific episode. I forgot the name of that monster. But yeah, isn't that like legendary fisherman? The Mako. That's it. Kraken, Octopus, Savage Shark. Wow, those are like some more obscure ones. So yeah, this one is actually like a distinct, like, okay, we haven't seen too much of this one. But yeah, I don't know if it would be made, but I don't know if it would be in the narrow down period, but that one stands out in that regard. You got Toon Summon Skull popping out of Toon World. Joey Wheeler's, is that 1,000? What is it? 1,000-Year Dragon? I forget what it's called. 100-Year? I don't remember. Are the cards, Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, nice. This one maybe focuses too much on the build. I like the idea here though. I like Pegasi. There you go, cool Pegasus. Ooh, nice God card recreations there. Maybe I've seen it a little bit better earlier, but that still looks really cool. Love the gold on Raw. Ace monsters. So you got red eyes and blue eyes. That's cool. Nice simplistic design for Dark Magician. Ooh, My Valentine and Harpy Lady. We don't see too much of My or Harpy Lady here. There was one Harpy thing earlier. Nice Exodia. Merrick's Ragnarok defeat. Guy the Dragon Champion. Nice to see a recreation of that. One of my favorite cards growing up. I think a lot of these became my favorite cards because it was like, okay, Gate Guardian. I loved, like, I think I got it like from somebody, or no, I don't know. Maybe I loved Metal Riders as a kid, but like Guy the Dragon Champion was one of my favorite cards because I like pulled it from like Legend of Blue Eyes as a pack. It was like, oh my gosh, it's a secret rare. Love the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon there. Nice Blue Eyes versus Dark Magician Fair. Cute setup. Cute Red Eyes. Cute Winged Dragon Raw. Actually, one of the better Winged Dragon Raws, honestly. Gate Guardian. Always love seeing my boy Gate Guardian. Cute setup. I like the... I always call it Gold Sarcophagus in the middle there. Yeah, Clash at Coliseum. That's cute. I like kind of like In the Clouds Obelisk. But yeah, it seems like a lot of the ones I thought were more likely were definitely towards the beginning of this. And we're just getting, oh yeah, this one's really cool, this one's really cool. But now that I've seen so much, again, if I would point it out, oh yeah, this one seems likely and stuff like that. There hasn't been many recently. Cute little vignettes. Cute Karibo. I like the Red Eyes build right here. Actually, one of my favorite Red Eyes builds. This is like a very detailed Red Eyes. Like a big Red Eyes in size. It looks posable. I think the only thing I don't love are like the wings. But yeah, they did a great job with like the body shaping here. Look at that. That's really interesting. But yeah, I don't know if a set of just Red Eyes would be narrowed down. I like the Blue Eyes build there. Slifer, actually really cool. That's one of the best dual discs I've seen in any of these. And actually, it's a good Slifer. Honestly, dare I say it? I mean, I don't know. I feel like it needs a little bit more monsters, but I feel like they could easily throw in like a couple more Yugi monsters in here, like a Dark Magician Girl. This might be one that I think they can narrow down. I honestly think this one is like what LEGO's looking for, because you got like display, kind of creativity. Oh, it's a dual disc, but then you got like Slifer rising from the back. And if they choose this, they would add Dark Magician Girl. I could see that one being, yep, I think that one is one they would narrow down. Nice Exodia. Yeah, that might be, I don't know. I really like how clean that Slifer looks. Nice Slifer right there. That looks really cool. Great Blue Eyes. Really cool Exodia by Stormy Toss too. I like Stormy Toss. Shouts out to Stormy Toss. I hope I'm saying their name right. That's a really nice Exodia right there. Great shaping too. All right, come on. Ooh, this is actually really strong. Slifer, what the heck? They cooked with this Slifer. Yeah, that's a really good Slifer. I like the shaping there a lot. Yeah, that looks cool. One of my favorite Slifers so far. I like the God card arrangement there. Only one I don't love for the build is Obelisk, but they did a great job with Winged Dragon Raw and Slifer. And you got minifigures. I feel like this one's definitely the upper half. I don't know if it's... Maybe. Yeah, I feel... Okay. Honestly, I feel like this one is one they could totally narrow down. Yeah, this is probably like top 10 that they could narrow down. You got like good detailed builds of like the God cards that are like distinct and not super like, it seems like it'll be $1 billion. No, this could probably be like $200 at most. Then you got all the characters right here, or some characters that are like kind of key characters. That's cool. Is that Taya, right? Taya. I haven't seen like any of these, right? Yep, Taya. That's the first Taya I've seen. I mean, I'm sure she's been in some other ones, but yeah, they did a great job with like Yami Merrick. Like that looks awesome. So yeah, I feel like if they did do this though, they might throw in like Pegasus. But yeah, that one I definitely see could be narrowed down. Cool little Clash in the Coliseum type setup. Battle City semifinal. That's pretty cool. Love the kind of artwork of like summoning Slifer the Sky Dragon. Pretty cool Exodia. Oh, I kind of like the chibi-ish style here. That's cute. Summon Skull. Nice little poster stand. Maybe too much focus on the build here. Cool to see Dark Magician. Verse. That's kind of fun. Joey Red Eyes. Sword Stalker. Sword Stalker is one I have not seen much of, but that's kind of cool to get a build there. I summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. Pretty decent Blue Eyes build. Exodia and Blue Eyes look nice. Red Eyes, Dark Magician, and Blue Eyes, pretty cool. Blue Eyes Ultimate and Exodia, pretty cool. Slifer looks neat. Nice Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon right there. Aw, adorable Dark Magician girl. That looks cute. Pot of Greed. I like how they have the cards at the top of there. Literally 2 cards. Oh, cheapest card ever. Egyptian God cards all look neat there. Ooh, I like the cloud of smoke at the back there. That's pretty cool. Karibo. Gotta love Karibo. This is such a round Karibo. I just want to punt it like a... That's dark. I'm sorry, but it looks like a basketball. What am I supposed to do? Okay, no offense, Karibo. I love you. You know, you were like the OG battle fader, you know? Shouts out. I like how they have like a burst coming out of this Blue Eyes White Dragon. That's cute. Come on. Nice build of Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon with like a dual disc there. Like, that's a really sweet dual disc build. You even got like a little stand right there. But a pretty decent Kaiba minifigure. We'll see which Kaiba I use for like the thumbnail. Ooh, that's a pretty darn good like Cypher. I like how that came out. Cypher was my favorite of the God cards growing up. That's cool. The Karibo right there with the bumper piece. Or maybe that's a 2x2 tile. That's adorable. I love that. XYZ Dragon Cannon shouts out. Please make a set of that. This is just a bunch of iconic monsters. Let's see. Can I name all of them? I cannot. Dark Magician Girl. Oh, one of my favorite Dark Magician Girls so far. That looks freaking adorable. I want a Lego Dark Magician Girl so bad. I know they'll throw Dark Magician Girl in like the set that they make. If it's like Yugi, some different monsters and stuff like that. Excuse me. If it's like scene accurate, that's the only thing that would hold it back. But if it's just like a general display, like a dual disc, they would definitely throw in Dark Magician Girl. There's the blimp once again with Slifer on it. XYZ Dragon Cannon, really good build for that. Honestly, that's actually really freaking good. What the heck? Like especially X. I said it earlier, but the top part right here, they did a really good job there. But yeah, great stuff. Oh, I need an XYZ Dragon Cannon Lego so bad. Please give me that set. Exodia Unleashed. Sonic Unleashed. There's the multiply once again. Cool. I like how they did the little mini Karibos. Let's see. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. They use that hairpiece. That's so cute. That's actually pretty clever, honestly. Oh, you got Toon World. This is like a minifigure Toon Summon Skull, though. That's interesting. That's deep. The Millennium Puzzle right there. Right? Or is that just a pyramid? It's been a while. Blue Eyes White Dragon. This is cute right here with blue eyes and red eyes. Dark Magician Karibo. A Dark Magician bust. Come on. We got Star Wars busts. Give us Yu-Gi-Oh busts. Arrival of Blue Eyes Battle City. That's cute. Dragons of Legendary Duelists. So this would be Yugimoto, Cursed Dragon, Seto Kaiba, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Joey Wheeler, Red Eyes Black Dragon, and My Valentine Harpy's Pet Dragon. I like how they have Harpy's Pet Dragon there. Like, shouts out. That's cute. That's the one I want to see most, because I haven't seen Harpy's Pet Dragon like any other one of these submissions. That's awesome, though. I do love the design of Harpy's Pet Dragon, so I like that. Shouts out for doing something very unique. Come on, why are you grayed out? Okay, there you go. Clash in the Coliseum. That's cute. I like the build for Obelisk there. That's actually a pretty decent, Catapult Turtle build. Catapult Turtle's just worse Cannon Soldier, and Cannon Soldier is like one of my favorite cards. If you know my Yu-Gi-Oh channel, it's Cannon Soldier. Anyways, Exodia. That's an interesting Exodia build. Ooh, this is actually a pretty good display. What the heck? Yugi's Legendary Monster deck. This one is definitely in the top half. Little confused by this right here. I guess that's one of the Magna Warriors, Magna Warriors. But they nailed, like, that's one of the best Karibos I've seen. It's a very simple Karibo, but like that looks excellent for Karibo. Like, I love how they made Karibo there. Like that's fantastic. And like I said, it's probably smart to do no printing on the Dark Magician face, and Dark Magician looks great there. So yeah, definitely top half. I feel like maybe this could be, because like it does cover a lot of ground here, because you got the monsters, you got the cards built there, which I love how they use the vent piece, as I call it, the 1x2 vent tile for like the side of the cards. That's actually really clever. I like that a lot. Yeah, this one's great actually, and I could totally see Lego jiving with that as well. Oh, and is that sword? Oh my gosh, that's so cool, because that's like Swords of Revealing Light. Yeah, I really like that one. That's one of my favorites so far, and I feel like Lego will like that. So yeah, definitely one of the most likely ones so far. Ooh, that's actually a pretty good build of like Yami Yugi's head right there. Lots of blue eyes popping out of the card. That's cool though. Almost like a Toon World setup right here. Mystical Beast of Circuit. Wow, that's an obscure one. Is that the one that's like with, what is it called? Molosseum of the Emperors? Is it, or the one where basically you could activate trap cards from your hand? I think that's the card that goes with that, right? Or am I wrong? I don't know. Real Yu-Gi-Oh nerds, let me know in the comments because I am one of you. Cypher, pretty cool Cypher build. Interesting scale. Ooh, that's like one of our first of you know, why am I blanking out? Thousand Eyes Restrict. You know, Pegasus is trump card. Starter deck Pegasus main card. I can't believe this is sad. This is so sad. It will pop into my head, but that's like, you know, it's a 1-star. It's a ritual monster. Come on. I can't believe I'm literally brain fart right now. Any other day you ask me, I would know. But yeah, that's a great build for Time Wizard. There's been a lot of great Time Wizards so far. Let's see. It is 13 pieces. That's not bad at all. Relinquish. That's it. I was close. You know? I love Relinquish. That's such a fun card. But you need that for Thousand Eyes Restrict. That's just a fantastic Relinquish build. That's awesome. They did a great job there. I love the little head right there. Like that's Relinquish for you. That's so cool. Yeah, that's definitely like one of my like top 30 favorites. Like I like how that came out. I don't know if it's likely though, but that's cool. Pretty strong Blue Eyes right there. Another strong Blue Eyes and a strong Dark Munition. Nice little diorama here. Labyrinth Duel. That's cool. Ooh. Let's see. Ooh, okay. This one is actually really cool. Okay. This is interesting right here. These are very... I don't think they would go with this, like the Exodia and the Blue Eyes build. But dang, like they cooked with Time Wizard here. I like how they use for Celtic Guardian the avatar head. That's actually very clever. Ooh, that's even like the villager body for Mystic Elf, right? It's Mystic Elf, 2000 defense. These are like very creative. Like this is like, they're like this is insane. Like what hairpiece is this even right here? That looks like, is this, that's crazy. But this, I'll show you in a second. Oh, I like that little, that's so, I want that just to have my minifigures duel. This is, I haven't seen this made in any other ones, but the like Grandpa Yugi's like card shop, like Grandpa Moto, I guess would be because of Yugi Moto. This is just beautiful. Like they did a fantastic, and they have like Cypher. Like this is something that will probably go far because of like this. I think Lego might want to do it because of this right here. Like, because there's been no other submissions with the card shop, right? And this is like a really good build for the card shop. It's very simple, but effective. Like they got the shapings and everything down there. Like, yeah, that's distinct. I feel like that could go far. Not super sold on like the dual monsters. I mean, like Time Wizard's great. I feel like Lego could definitely work with this though. This is, I wouldn't say, okay, definitely going to be like top 5. They will narrow it down, but like this is like top 15. They might narrow this down. Like I would place a lot of money on that, but I do not bet. Betting is very risky. Gate Guardian, I actually love that Gate Guardian. That's actually a really cool Gate Guardian for that symbol. Okay, so we started off with not too many Gate Guardians, but we've been getting a lot of Gate Guardians, which I love because that's one of my favorite monsters. Where's Cannon Soldier? Okay, to be fair, there's not really many Cannon Soldiers used in the show. I don't even know if they're used in this arc. The Egyptian gods, those look cool right there. Oh, okay, honestly, that was shorter than I thought. I'm very sorry for having to breeze through all of these. That was a lot of projects. I mean, oh my gosh, it's 1 a.m. when I'm recording this. And I start at like 11. So yeah, maybe that was longer than I thought. But I had so much fun just looking through all of these like Yu-Gi-Oh projects because I freaking love Yu-Gi-Oh. And like I am a Yu-Gi boomer, so like, you know, original series stuff will get me. But again, I'm more a fan of the card than the anime. I just constantly replay those old Yu-Gi-Oh games, specifically like 2006 to 2011. Love Tag Force, but I don't really replay those because it's like, what am I going to do? Like PSP emulators are a little bit hard to find that aren't on the computer, and I like play whatever. I will say, I love GX the most, and I hope if this is successful enough, they do like a GX contest because I want Elemental Heroes in Lego form. Oh my gosh, that'd be so big. But yeah, I love so many of these. I hard to say a favorite, but there's so many creative ones. And, you know, I pointed out which ones I think are the most likely, and there's a bunch of likely ones. And again, if you submitted here, you're freaking awesome. You have more guts than I will ever have. I mean, I don't mock, and every submission in here is putting some effort into this. And it's like, it takes a lot of guts to put your project out like this. So good job to y'all. We'll have to see what they narrow it down and how many. I kept saying 5, but it could be 15 that we have to vote on or whatever. It says review phase ends in 21 days. Let me see. I know they have timelines. So there you go. April 14th is when we will be able to vote. So I'll be doing another video around this time. And then September 10th. Oh my gosh. That's a long time from now. But let me know which is your favorite of all these projects, and let me know what's your taste in Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, do you have a favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Card or anything like that? I already told you my favorite is Cannon Soldier, and then my other favorite is Gelen Duo. And if you want to see my old embarrassing Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, some of it even before my LEGO channel was ever, I guess, yeah, it was before it was even made, check out Cannon Soldier, which I've linked here for my embarrassment. Seriously, you liking, commenting, and subscribing for this channel on this video helps a lot with the rough algorithm. I'll see you later. Check out all the submissions linked in the description below on your own. Peace out. Bye.